Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are testing things out to make sure everything is working. My husband gave me the thumbs up. So I know I've got this big ball in front of my mouth today. Um, we're always trying to improve the sound quality, and I don't always speak loudly enough. So let's just give it a few more minutes for other people to pop in. Hope you're all doing well. This is intense times, but it's exciting times. And I'm going to get emotional now. For those of you who are parents of autists, the beyond verbal kids, this is the time that they've all been waiting for, and this is why they're here. So, oh gosh, I didn't realize I was going to be so emotional about this, but they are. This is the time they've been waiting for, and for those of you who are parents, you know how hard it's been. So I'm just, I think, processing the amazing things that have happened, um, incredible things that they've been doing behind the scenes. People just don't know how much the families have been supporting these kids. But anyway, we're all here now to join together and really take back the planet is basically what it comes down to. And so much has changed behind the scenes and what we see in the outer world, and they've been laying a foundation, particularly since 2017. And a lot of it didn't make sense, but now it's all making sense why what they were doing for the last 3 or 4 years. I know there are other autists who have really struggled these last 3 or 4 years with seizures and other things. So this is what they were doing behind the scenes, is setting up a whole new, really cosmic system and architecture to go forward now, and really taking us out of 3D, lower 3D paradigms that has really kept humanity in prison. So one of the things that I want to say also is I just lost my train of thought because there's so much energy coming through. But this is what they've been here for, and there's so much that's changed now that the foundation of the old reality is no longer supported, and particularly with the 16th, 17th, and 18th dimensions that has opened up. It's basically like new access points into dark matter. Dark matter has always existed, but it's the way now we're accessing dark matter that really supports the reality that we see in the outer world. And we're literally able to affect the foundations that has maintained certain levels of consciousness, belief systems, particularly in our economic system, the belief that is actually based on scarcity. If you look at some of the economic models, which we've been kind of guided to do recently, is that it's based on scarcity and that there's not enough resources for everyone, and that completely contradicts the consciousness of the universe and the cosmos. So we're literally able to nullify, dismantle, remove dark matter matrices that has held together these types of belief systems, and able to plant in new belief systems. And as I am saying that, we're here on YouTube, which, I know a lot of people aren't crazy about YouTube because of what they've been doing, but there are millions on the planet who use YouTube, And just in this conversation, as I'm talking, I set up a system so that intending to actually access the foundation in the dark matter fields that supports the consciousness of YouTube and reach as many millions of people as possible. So even if they're not watching, they're going to be impacted by the foundation of what we're doing and the consciousness bridging that we are doing. So it's a very unique time. This has never been done before while we're still here in our human bodies. And so I know it's been very intense. It's going to continue to be intense physically as we begin to really change density and matter in our world. But we're really looking at a whole new foundation and access into the cosmos. So it's a very unique time. So let me just get started with the meditation. Um, if it gets intense at any time, then I'll obviously feel free to leave if you're not used to the my energy and how I work. Then it might be a bit much. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. And again, I'm just allowing myself to be guided in the moment. So let's see how this goes and what happens. So just everyone, just sit comfortably and really feel into your body. Take some deep breaths. And as we do so, we're creating a coherent field, a protective field. We're joining together in this protected field. And keep breathing all the way down into your pelvis. Stabilize into your pelvis. Inviting some new dragons. The ruby red flame dragon. The aquamarine gold flame dragon. The emerald gold flame dragon. Satya, a dragon from Sirius C. The Lyrans are joining us from the fifth harmonic universe, which is the 13th, 14th, and 15th dimensions. Activating the cosmic law of one. Really locking down our field. So any negative entities, lower form beings, so to speak, will be dissolved, dissipated by this field. Dissipating any interference patterns. Really anchoring into the platform that is YouTube. Reaching out to the millions of hearts on the planet. Really reaching out to now the animal kingdom, particularly the mammals who have great interest in dissolving lower 3D consciousness platforms. The whales, the dolphins, many other oceanic beings and life, calling forth starseeds who wish to join us through their oversouls, indigos, other Krystic beings, other galactic beings and expressions here on the earth. who support this ascension and evolution. And of course, calling forth the Autists, the Autist Collective. There's a diamond-studded dragon coming forth. To really support this process and activating it looks like a sphere of just diamonds that surrounds us. So feel into this. Feel your tailbone. And stabilize the bone matrix. That helps us to get stability in our physical bodies. And from your tailbones, drop an anchor into the multi-dimensional earth. Connecting into the crystals of the earth that are now singing the song of Sophia. Bringing through the Sophianic consciousness of the great, great mother in the womb of creation. Being reminded to say that today in the US, it is President's Day. And interesting what we've been witnessing around the world leaders who have been exhibiting tyrannical consciousness. We invoke the spirit of the US Constitution, which in its essence about freedom of humanity, the freedom of the soul. We're laying an imprint in this moment and empowering the US Constitution, which has a spiritual essence, once again, of what it means to be free, a free cosmic citizen, a free cosmic soul, and a free human soul being expressed through these human bodies. And in oneness and in wholeness, we join with the Holy Mother and Holy Father who embrace the planet, all the plant life, all the animal life, all its creatures, both in the microbial worlds, where every molecule and atom holds the God source imprint. Holy Mother, Holy Father, Holy Christos Sophia, let us be guided to bridge the collective consciousness which comes together in this moment. So I use a lot of light language when really there's no words to express what is being expressed through the one source, and also some sounds and tones. Ka a I a se so a ta wa ta kitty kitty ti. That was the aquamarine gold flame dragon. The ruby red flame dragon speaks. Let your heart speak. Let your voices continue to rise. Let not the measures of control, of absolute control, deter your hearts. You know from the very fibers of your being that you bring forth peace. Let this sound resonate out onto the planet. So say anyanya to ni ti wow the emerald gold flame dragon. The harmonic universes support you. The harmonics, the tones, the vibrations, the sounds are changing. These sounds come from the omniverse. They are changing the tones, the notes, so that the reality of lower 3D platforms are no longer supported. Know that you are divine, holy beings expressing in these human bodies. Know that your very genes are meant to connect you deeper to the God source. So any changes to genetics, to DNA, RNA is inorganic. These genes and gene therapies that are being created with lower third dimensional consciousness do not connect you to source. Any genetic changes that take place are meant to connect you physically and more deeply with the one source God, the one source mind, the one source heart, and the womb of the Great Mother. Sound the bells, sound the heart tones from your own hearts and from your high heart, which is just at the thymic level. Let it ring out to your soul groups, to as many as each of you can reach, and allow these sounds, these heart tones, to resonate out into the planet, the very planetary grid and ley lines, the golden grid ley lines now that are emerging and syncopating with the new harmonics of the universe, of the omniverse. We hear you, we see you, we have seen you, and now it is time to rise up peacefully and allow the human heart, the human oversoul that was created by God's source for a very unique mission on planet Earth. It is time to take your places. It is time to reverberate out your unique heart sound and tones. As you each express your uniqueness, you are gifting the world, you are gifting the planet with spiritual knowledge, spiritual gifts. No one person, no one being expresses it better than the other. And in this knowing, competition will dissolve. Fighting for resources will dissolve. that as you express your uniqueness, you actually create more richness and abundance. You cannot know yet all the various sciences that will emerge, all the various mathematics that will emerge, all the various types of what you call jobs and occupations. You cannot know yet the richness and the fullness of what will emerge in beginning in this decade, and then will begin to exponentially flourish and expand. Let no one tell you that a tyrannical system will keep control of humans, so that you need to suppress your instincts and survival intuition. Let no one tell you this, because as you begin to express from the deep heartfelt soulness of who you each are, then you will add to the wholeness of the planet. You will rejoice in your union with the planet, with the animals and the plants, and you will each flourish. Let the waters flow through you and wash you. These emanations from the 18th dimension are radiating such a purity and a knowing that you are each divinely blessed, you are each divinely gifted. This radiation, meaning this emanation, is inspiring you all to want to clean up, cleanse yourselves, cleanse the waters, cleanse all your pollution, so that it will be blessed with life supporting and life giving energies and frequencies. Torokoti ti si se ne ti 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 te she si 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 si. Wow. The zebra stepped forward to speak. We represent the divine balance of the dark matter and the white matter. See our stripes changing the emanation and coming into balance with polarity. Duality, polarity was only meant to exist to hold atomic structures together, to enable you to manifest physically. It was never meant to split your consciousness into good or bad, or good and evil, for these are the implants of satanic and Luciferian rule. Trokototo ni ti ti si 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 se she se 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 se. A lioness comes forth to speak. Let your intuition, your instinct of the Holy Mother, feel it in your womb. Whether you're man or woman, you have this womb space, the pelvis, which births and is connected to the Great Mother. And in this knowing, you each know that you want to nurture your own children, nurture your own beings. But humanity has been separated so that you are fighting for resources, fighting for just yourself. And this is what happens when access to life-giving resources is hoarded by a few. Many of you live in affluent situations, affluent meaning that those of you listening, you have a home, you have shelter, you have access to food, but there are many continuing to live without basic necessities. And it has been on the backs of the many that the few on the planet can flourish. And this is what is dissolving now. This is what is no longer acceptable to the animal kingdom and the humanity kingdom. We are all meant to flourish together. We are all meant to live in oneness. And in compassion, allow yourselves to feel this in the pelvis. Your survival instinct is merely for self-preservation. And when resources are available to many, easily, feasibly, then that instinct for self-preservation will be quieted, and you will see abundance. You will see more sharing and giving where there truly is enough, more than enough. And we applaud those around the world standing up for freedoms, for rights, to be a human spirit in a physical body, rising up. We see them rising up for us as well, the animal kingdom. The whales come forward. We have been greatly saddened by what's happened in the oceans, the noise pollution, the waste that is dumped into the waters, all waters. We have been greatly saddened by this for a very long time. And we add to this consciousness, we seed the consciousness with you that we must clean up the waters. There is so much abundance of water. You are getting messages that water, clean water, will be like gold 20 years from now, that there will not be enough water, that you'll be fighting for water. No, no, no. Let us tell you that there are new technologies coming to clean the ocean waters to make it more life-giving. There is an abundance of clean water within the earth. And as you feel the earth shaking, earthquakes, there are cracks in the earth so that more fresh water will rise. Your earth mother loves you. Your earth father loves you. We are all meant to maintain a homeostasis of the planet, a balance of the planet, so that all flourish, all life, all sentience, all Krystic beings, all elementals and devas that are here supporting this planetary consciousness for the ascension mission into a cosmos that the one source God has gifted you to do. This is the soul mission of the one human. This is the soul mission of many of the animals on the planet. As you see changes taking place in this decade, yes, it is said that some species will leave the planet, such as parasitic plants and insects will no longer be able to survive here. For parasitic consciousness is what was created out of lower third dimensional reality. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah. Guardians that have been supporting humanity are seeping through, taking their positions around the planet, in the planet. Karatototososoni, sewa sesesesesi, she si. Samantha and the Autist Collective are stepping forward. Human souls, you were not thrown out of Eden to become dirty. You were not thrown out of Eden to lower yourselves to this extent that the few who control the planet have convinced you to be or to believe. And in this moment, join us in dissolving the dark matter matrix that has supported the belief that you are dirty, that the human body, the human flesh is fallen. Nothing could be further from the truth. You are meant to be God's source expressions. We bring this knowledge back to you, and you know that we have looked, quote, dysfunctional because we were not willing to take on the full or connect to a human body with that was embedded with this consciousness that you are mere slaves, that you are mere lower animal beings that need to be controlled because you are greedy and that you will only protect yourself. It is every human right to want self-preservation of their physical body because this is the vehicle, this is the soul vessel, and there are rules and laws in a physical human body and a human physical vessel to maintain its integrity, to maintain self-preservation. And you will begin to know what it means then to know when you have enough, to know that there's no need to hoard because the Holy Mother and the Holy Father support you, and the earth supports you and gives you everything that you need in order to express your soul mission, your soul passion that wants to express and that wants to contribute to the whole. Some do it by the actions they do, what they create physically with their hands, and others you will recognize to be cosmic way showers, to be cosmic human vessels to maintain your connection with the cosmos. And as more and more of this awareness organically, naturally becomes a knowing in each of your physical bodies, then you will begin to truly co-create what it means to be peace, what it means to have peace, for you will feel peace in the very fiber of your being, in how your blood courses through you, and all other bodily fluids that runs through your systems. It will run the knowledge, the consciousness of peace, of inner balance, of inner gratitude, to know the awe and the wonder of what it means to be alive, and your source connections through your genes will deepen, and God's source feels you, knows you, knows your name, knows your spiritual and soul essence and imprint. Your divinity can never be taken from you, because in this, you know that you are one human massive soul, the collective oversoul of the avatar blueprint that you were meant to be. And in this, let the phoenix rise. Rise up from the very dirt that creates you, the heavenly dirt that is infused now with golden liquid light in balance and harmony with white matter, dark matter. Let it be known that you are the interface in this human body of the interplay of dark matter and white matter. You are the expression, you are the light that comes through the dark matter matrices that enables you to hold your integrity as a human vessel. Your physical body is the expression. We are here to no longer just speak from what you might call the higher heavens or from outside the body, because the architecture of the cosmos has changed. We are beginning to embody ourselves. We will become more comfortable in our bodies because this is what we came to do. Let it be said that we will embody and yet continue our unique connection with the God source, with the heavens. And we will continue to receive information from the cosmos in each of our unique ways. And we will be vibrating out physically this new consciousness so that humanity can continue to make the adaptations and the changes necessary in and with the new harmonics, the new tones, the new sounds, the new songs that are and will be created. And let us remind you of the law of co-creative abundance, which we transmitted in 2018 through those galactic sun meditations. Law of co-creative abundance says that as you co-create, you create more abundance, more new frequencies, more new songs, so that everything around you flourishes, so that the planet flourishes, so that the plants flourish, the animals flourish, and there is truly abundance and clean energy technologies that will radicalize your systems to maintain human bodies, to maintain the earth. And let not these so-called world leaders fool anyone into thinking that they can control the climate. Climate control technologies in its current form will not help humanity. Many of you listening know this. They are operating from an outdated consciousness, and they do not see the ramifications. Their short-sightedness and their own selfishness keeps them blind from seeing the truth. Many will be leaving the planet over the next few years, mainly because they cannot make the adaptations to what is now emerging. Some have served the opposite, meaning what you might consider the negative side, expressing these absolute measures so that humanity can be shocked into seeing what has really been happening. So maintain this higher perspective and allow those who choose to go to go. Some will leave so that they can incarnate into a future time here on the planet, or to be reborn on this new platform and with a new human template. So one of the Lyrans is stepping forward. And they gave us some of their, what you might call their spiritual DNA or genes. We are making adaptations to the genetic structure and blueprint of humanity. And it is really beginning to be seeded in many of you. Feel it in your tailbone. Feel it in the earth. As these new children, new babies being born will radiate out a different consciousness, a reverence for all of life, a reverence for all beings and all things. Allow yourself the time to integrate and synthesize these changes. It is to help assist you in changing your density as the planetary consciousness and frequencies begin to really rise and change. Feeling the center of our Milky Way galaxy in this moment, in the pelvic area and the womb. Let yourself expand. If it feels really too much, let it expand out beyond your physical bodies and feel the totality of your energy bodies, which is really beyond the human vessel. Let it expand out to get comfortable, to feel comfortable. Allow yourself to become the Krystic being, the Krystic vessel, which is based on the silicate matrix. Feel the energy of the DNA spiraling up from your tailbone. Let it spiral all the way up into Heaven's Gate, the back of your head. And continue up balance. Starseeds, indigo races, the new human souls on the planet, the new babies, call upon you to add your consciousness to this process. Feel the shifts happening in your body. Roll your shoulders if you want, or your neck, allowing the energy to rise up from the tailbone through the vertebrae, connecting into the skull matrix, the very bones of your rib cage, the scapula, the shoulder blades, the shoulders, the arms, fingers, the hips, hip bones, pelvic bones, down your leg bones into your toes. And from your toes, allow yourself to even connect into the earth. Feel your central vertical channel. I'm going to strengthen that central vertical channel, your hara line, to really stabilize yourself, to really come into balance with all aspects of your being. I see the animal kingdom, and we're strengthening their bone structures as well. All the animals, the ocean life. And any ocean life that may not have a skeletal structure, they're being strengthened in whatever maintains their structural integrity. Plants, the trees, calling upon Homas, the father of the tree spirits. Shawa, shawa, so, 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 so. The plants are rooting into the earth, liquid diamond running through, liquid gold, liquid platinum, liquid black gold, liquid white gold, liquid titanium. Feeling into the crystals of the earth, allowing the song of Sophia vibrating through the crystals to even impact and radiate through the mycelium network, which runs through the planet. And the very spores of the mycelium, I recently learned that the spores actually spew out into the atmosphere. Tons and tons of it. It reaches the clouds. So intending that these spores are now radiating this song of Sophia from the planet. And it actually reaches up into the clouds and seeds the clouds. And that when it rains or snows, every droplet, every drop We'll be singing the song of Sophia. Karatete so so si nya 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 ta 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 ta. Ka wa 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 wa. Wa. And allowing this to seep in to the YouTube platform itself and all other platforms that you may wish to intend that it seeps into, allowing all the brave souls on the planet who are standing up, rising up, to feel this, feel the support and the love of the heavens, of the cosmos, of the omniverse, radiate through their every molecule of their bodies, letting them really feel it in their hearts. So much gratitude for their bravery, so much gratitude for their courage, so much gratitude for their inner knowing and their compassion. We honor you, we salute you, in radiating peace, and all the soldiers, police that feel they have to do their job or take orders. Any hearts that we can reach, we pray for peace. We pray for freedom, just like you do. We pray for all the judges and justice systems on our planet, local leaders, anywhere you may be. And that the animal spirits now call out for this closing. Caw, 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 caw. Ow. Caw, 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 caw. Ow. Ow. Holy Mother, Holy Father, Holy Christos, Sophia, in service to the law of one, in service to the whole planet, in service to unity consciousness with all beings on the planet, with all matter on the planet. We close and seal this session into the light of oneness and wholeness. May each of us continue to do our part. May each of us continue to receive what we require to continue our service. May all those on the planet May everyone on the planet receive all that they need. We see you, we love you, we honor you, all of you. Close down the field. Take a moment to just come back into your body and your space. Land in your feet. And clear out anything, just clear off anything that you need to clear off or brush off. Thank you for joining me, and share wherever you feel it is appropriate to share. And even if you don't share, then we're still radiating out the consciousness of this meditation, because it is big. We are big. Thank you for all the comments and support. And we will see you soon. Thank you, everybody.